And good morning, everybody. Good morning, Bjorn. Yeah, welcome to Norway. Where that's the plan. We'd like to go and see what it looks like over there for a change. Due to the length of time in the flight, it's not somewhere I fly regularly. Um, but I can tell you one thing. Today is that day. We're gonna definitely fly there. Hope you guys had a good night's sleep and all. I've been up since 3 a.m. this morning, and then I had the bright spark idea of switching my OBS to Streamlabs OBS. Man, and did that waste a lot of time because it just wasn't ready for production usage. Gaster Dude, good morning. So, guys, if you find anything wrong with the stream, volume-wise, display-wise, whatever, just make a note, let me know, and we'll take it from there. Hello, Howie. Goeiemorgen. So anyway, I need to connect now, and then we need to start speaking to the gentleman here and see what has been planned and what not. Let's see, where's my IMAO client? That's that one, and then we need some Toolkit Pro, because we need to still plan our route. Gentlemen on Discord, tell me quickly, do you have a landing runway that you have in mind?
You're not pushing the button, John.
Kevin, do you have a landing runway in mind?
I'm just going off what John has done because I was also late in, so I'm going
Alright,
up
okay.
with one Romeo.
Okay, then let's do it together. EGSS. Let's have a look, see. Right, so we have a 01 and a 19er. Let's see what the wind is doing. 01, okay. So, I'm not sure what the SOP says, but I reckon we can use either one, 01 left or 01 right. Let's see if there is any specifics for which one to use. Preferential runway system. For jets and propellers exceeding that will be us. Runway 01 right. 01 right is the arrival runway. Okay. 01 right it is.
Thank you, John.
I found that a bit confusing.
Why, what?
It looks like the preferential runway is more concerned about what happens in the middle of the night.
It does, it does. Now that you mention it, that is actually what it is saying. But you know what? There's got to be some method in that madness, right?
I was trying to find the method in it and gave up.
Yeah, there's nothing in the day, all right? So it doesn't specify because this is literally during the night.
You can make any comment you like, John.
See, so there's a single runway operation early in the morning. So 01 left, 19 right. Why don't we stick to that one then? I think that makes more sense. You know, because I mean, if an ATC comes online, he's going to tell us what to do and what not to do. I don't know. How do you guys feel? I don't want to override anybody. What do you guys feel? Are we going to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you take left, I take right? Or what are we going to do? I can't hear you guys.
John says 01 right.
Why can't we hear him?
I can hear him.
I can hear him.
I can't hear him at all.
Might be a case of hysterical deafness.
I don't even see that he's transmitting. Press your button, Uncle John, and talk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, I can hear you.
Well, so in other words, you had the problem.
Uncle John,
Yes, sir.
you're getting
Propolis.
going early already. Okay, let's leave it at that. All right,
Yeah.
let's continue. All right, so you say 01 right for arrival. Is that what you're going to do?
Affirmative, sir.
Okay, then let's stick to that then.
Right, Kevin, I need to speak to you, sir.
Right, speak to me.
Kevin, I repeat, are you flying with Ryanair?
I am flying with Ryanair, yes.
Okay, just to save yourself some grief, would you like to change your aircraft?
Oh, what am I showing as?
Try South African.
Oh dear, I keep forgetting that this doesn't automatically switch you.
Don't you love me?
I do, John.
Morning, John.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, morning, all the guys that just arrived here. Good morning, good morning.
Morning, Nico.
Good morning, all.
Yeah, David, I see you are here with us as well. Good morning, Captain Rick on the stream.
How is that, John?
Yeah, good morning.
Perfecto, sir. Perfecto.
Good, oh.
Saved you losing the flight.
You certainly did. Well, I'm ready to start the smart cars, John.
Is that go then? Everybody on smart cars as of now?
I'm gonna take another minute or two before I start mine.
Yeah, take me some longer as well, John.
Are we going to wait or are we going to start, Kev?
No, go. Otherwise,
Just
we're
go.
all on top of each other again.
Okay, I've started, John.
What's your departure runway, John?
I have 04. Hello, William.
Check.
Okay, anybody object to me using flight level 370?
No.
I'm using it.
Alright, good. Morning, Mr. Zambu. Bjorn, I can imagine that, but seeing as we are a bunch of flight simmers and we do not currently see ATC, we're going to prep for the star and everything. And then obviously we'll just move to vectors if it needs to be. So. What do you mean no sound? I can see sound, Albapino. can you all the other guys, can you hear us? I know the guys on Discord can, but what about on the stream? Yeah. Thank you. Good stuff.
I was 10-10.
I'm on 23. Right.
I'm 52 right.
We're looking for some 13.
William, I have not. Ooh. Where's 61 Romeo Charlie?
Don't know who that is.
Yeah, sorry, that's me, David.
David. Okay, I see your head's buried.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah?
Yeah, 52.
Yeah, I'm on 52 right. I'll have to move if you can't move, so give me a second.
Got a JavaScript error with my Sim Toolkit Pro.
Yeah, Reggie had the same, I think. You've got to reinstall it.
Okay, William, we can do that for you.
Reinstall it from Sim. Okay.
Are we on 2 or 3 minutes this morning, Nico?
No, 3, please. Denton said we were a bit close the last time, but then again, he was the one who dispatched us, ne? So anyway, I told him that was fun. We liked it. You know, when there's ATC, it's nice because you get vectored and spaced. But when there's no ATC, I think 3 minutes, please, guys.
Roger that.
Right, David, I'm out of your way there now.
You're such a gentleman.
Yeah, in South Africa they call me Gawie. I don't think you'll understand what that
Gawie?
means. Gawie, yeah. Want ek is
Gave.
gaaf, yeah.
Yeah.
You see, the Dutch guys understand. So they call me Gawie. That's a joke, but you know, it just means I'm generous. Don't worry. I try and help everybody.
Gaaf, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's get going again. Now I need to set up. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to start my flight leg because I want the packs to start loading. Just want to increase my volume a little bit so I can actually hear it happening. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to ground services. Let's do better pushback. We already know where we need to push back to, so that's easy enough. Yeah.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledge. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Mr. Zambu, that's a workaround, but I don't have an issue. So I think the guys must update their Java. Maybe their Java's just old. Right. So after
I reinstalled Sim Toolkit Pro. It works.
okay. Albapina, I'm not sure if Zibo actually has fixed the button story yet. We haven't spoken about that in many weeks, probably a month now. I'll have to ask him. I use the default button setup. I don't have any saves as such, but I know there are a lot of guys who would like to save it. Typically what you need to do is you need to basically go and reset the aircraft config. All right, then you have to go here to your manage your state presets, and then basically you have to there you can also do a golden dogs switch state reset, and then you can start setting up saves over here and reload from here. But I just use the default stuff. But again, like I said, I don't know if he's fixed it. I don't know, because there was a time that he was supposed to and we worked on it, but I haven't tried it yet. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the ground power. We don't need to get ground power, so we don't have to click on that one. Chocks is in place. We've done all the rest. The doors are open. We don't need to worry about that. We've got steps and all. We don't need the air stairs. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to fuel and payload. Now what I'm going to do is let's get STKP on the screen here, so we share the screen. And then William, you can see. Alright, so on the OFP, what we're going to do is we're going to find the weights. William, you with me? We've got the weights. And we're going to use the payload, 18.6. Alright, and then we're going to pick up on the fuel. And the fuel says 7.8. Alright. Then we're going to call that fuel truck, otherwise nothing's going to get loaded. It's so funny when the guys complain they don't get the fuel, and then ask them, did you call the truck? No, what truck? So anyway, there you go, that's the truck. Little Yeri is busy working there. Let me take a couple of screenshots. Right, so that takes care of that for us. Then what we want to do is I want to quickly scroll to the back here. Now I want to check. This all needs to be the way I've set it up. The only thing that sometimes changes, and it changes because of the rounding in the calculations used by SimBrief, is I change this value at the back, this 450. Sometimes I have it on 440, sometimes I have it on 450. I'll talk you through that when that happens. So basically what we're going to do now, so we're going to just start the normal setup because everything's busy loading. Alright, so nav is on, those lights are on. We can do our IRSs as well. Alright, so that thing says 9 minutes, 8 minutes for alignment now. Okay. Right, so I'm going to bring up STKP again, and what we want to do is we want to check that zero fuel weight there, 61.8. Now you see here's a problem. So for this thing to be 100% true and to satisfy my OCD here, what I then do, so I just go back to that settings page, and like I said earlier, we now put that at 440. And then we go press that button again. And you'll see it balances now. So there's 61.7. See? Right, now the one thing that we are waiting for is the fuel. So before we continue, I'll wait for the fuel, just not to create confusion and stuff. Right, so we need to have 7.8, so it's 1.2 tons left to refuel. While we are waiting and before we execute, let's just fill in the rest. So it's about 2.5. 2.5 cost index. I'm going to use a really high cost index today just because it's a long flight. And we're going to do 370.
I'm sticking to 6.
You're welcome, Uncle John.
Me too, John.
Alright, so for those of you that don't know where my values come from, that's my wins. 298 at 16. I've put in there. That goes there. And then we've got the average ISA, which is a positive 3. So you only put the number 3. Alright, and now we just wait for the fuel to be okay. And we'll double check the weights. We're waiting for 7.8, and then our takeoff needs to be 69.3 approximately.
Can I come back to the cost index, please?
Yeah.
If we have varying cost indexes, we're going to have a problem in separation. Can we unify, please?
Okay, Uncle John, I'll change my cost index for you.
You're going to change it too?
6. That's the
Okay.
standard Ryanair cost index.
Makes sense, doesn't it, Nico?
It does, it does, it does. I was just lazy. I didn't want to waste time.
Why would some toolkit then propose a 40?
Sim Toolkit Pro, where does it propose a 40? I chose 40. I specify what it is. That's why on my OFP it will tell you 40. If you have an auto set on SimBrief, it might also give you 40, but then it's pure
Okay.
coincidence.
Okay.
Right, okay, so I see we've got the 7.8, and if you look at the takeoff weight, alright, so I misjudged it a little bit. It's 69.4 on paper, but it's 69.5 on the FMC, so that makes provision for the extra 100 kilograms we're going to use for the taxi. So that's perfectly fine. We're going to execute this then. So I subtracted instead of added. Apologies for that. Right, then we're going to use 30. We'll do a D-rate 2 takeoff. We will climb normally. And then we're going to take 5. Okay, so William, this is where the next step now comes in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to look at that graph. So that graph tells us we have a landing weight CG of 18.6, but we want to be at 21.5 or as close to 21.5 as we can. So there's an imaginary line from the top to the bottom. Sorry, I'm not sitting in a good position with a mouse, but it's basically top to bottom. Everything on the left is front and everything on the right is the back. So to get it to 21.5, we have to add to the back. Alright, so I hope you understand that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take 500 kilograms from the front, leaving us 1053 in the front, and then we're going to add it there, so that becomes 2616, and we need to make sure that 18.6 does not change. We need to definitely make sure that our payload is actually 18.6. Alright, because if you make a calculation error, it's going to be a problem. So then we go look at the graph again, and look there, magically 21.5. Sometimes it's 21.678 or 21.123, whatever, as close as possible to 21.5. And then obviously, I mean, you can change the value from a 500 to a 300 to a 200 to a 100, whatever it is, you know, to move it up and down. I highly recommend do not mess with the packs. It's irrelevant. That's just for show. The sum total value is what is important, and then obviously having the cargo to move forwards and backwards is jackpot. So we go back now. We should have our CG, we've got our trim, and we can set our speeds. How's that, William?
Do you deliberately put cargo in so that you have some weights to play with, Nico?
No, I don't, Paul. I create a fictitious value when I create the flight, so I either get it from Ryanair Virtual, where they tell you so many packs, so many cargo. It's about the weight. If you go over 16 ton in some total weight, there should be cargo. The Zibo code will actually, come up with its own variation of what is packs and what is cargo, and then I just play around with it. I see, sometimes when you go below 16 ton of some total weight that you load into the aircraft, it's like you don't have enough cargo to really play with. Then it becomes more difficult to do the mathematics.
Yeah, personally, I put a couple of tons in there just as a
Yeah.
safety margin, as it were.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Uncle John, starting APU now.
Roger, sir. I'm not going to worry.
Sorry, Uncle John.
I'm not going to worry too much about the timing. When we're ready, we'll go, Kev.
Yeah, that's fair enough, John.
But I forgot to set my client, Uncle John. We were talking about it and I didn't do it.
I did try.
No, not your fault.
Requesting pushback, Kevin.
Okay, mate.
Trim up.
Right, well, now we have a couple of minutes to burn, guys, so if you have got more questions or just want to chat, feel free.
I suppose I could say that on a couple of occasions, my mental arithmetic playing with the cargo has gone completely wrong, and I lost track of what I was doing. But I did realise you can just put the payload from the OFP straight back in, and it resets everything.
Absolutely.
That's a handy tip.
Very handy tip. I tell you what, Christer isn't here, so I'm going to use his name very idly now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, when I'm struggling to do that arithmetic, he just blurts it out. He's just instantly, he knows what it should be. Oh, he's caught me a few times making mistakes loading those numbers.
Yeah.
When my mental arithmetic goes haywire when I'm tired, I grab my calculator, Alba Pino, the reason I took it from the front and moved it to the back is we were at 18.6 or something. I can't remember the value now. But there was a CG shift. We had a nose down. I Oh, no, now I'm talking nonsense. Yeah, we had a nose down situation and we wanted to lift the nose a little bit up to just balance the aircraft a little bit more. So we had to put cargo in the back. You see, that imaginary line that I showed you, let me go back there. No, I'm in the wrong screen. That imaginary line sits somewhere, it starts there at the top and it moves down. So everything towards the front, if that CG is more to the front, you need to move it more to the back. So it's just a kind of a logical common sense thing, but you just have to figure out where that line lies. So if you consider that 21.5 or exactly where that cross is now, okay, that's 21.6, so it's a millimeter to the left. That would be the line that separates the front and the back, and we were here in the front, so we had to move stuff to the back. And I figured out now with all the months of using this that 500 is a very good figure to start with. You know, so that's just how I figured it out.
I'm pushing back, John.
Yeah, you're welcome. Guys, while I'm now waiting for this timer to run, and it's going to take a wee while, I think I just want to go make some coffee and get something to bite quickly. Howie, yes. 100%. Howie, we're going to be a while, so feel free to come back later. Gents, I'm just going to go grab some coffee and maybe a piece of bread or something. I'll be back in a second. I mean, this thing is going to stand here for another 10-15 minutes before I can move anyway. And then in the interim, you know, make up a couple of questions and I'll answer them when I come back.
What stand are you on, Kevin?
2-3 right.
I'll wait till you're out of the way then. It's a coincidence.
You didn't pick the same one, did you, Reggie?
Yeah, I did.
Well, you can spawn there now because I've pushed back here, Reg.
Yeah, right. I changed it once as well. I moved it. There.
You're also in a South African livery here, Reggie.
Yeah, I'm not doing a Ryanair flight, so I'll change it.
Hey guys,
Hello.
can you look? Hi, morning. Can you look at my stream?
Watching.
Look, this is my plan, okay? It's all okay. I put it on map. And it's gone.
You need to continue with a couple of the pages on the FMC, I think, before that appears. Or IRS line.
Say again, Paul.
Continue with a couple of pages on the FMC if you haven't completed them. Either that or it's the IRS, perhaps.
The IRS is haven't aligned yet, Erwin.
Is your IRS set?
They're not aligned yet. His IRS is not aligned yet.
Oh, you've been too quick, Erwin.
Perhaps. It's aligned.
No, they haven't aligned yet.
Yeah, but it says it's aligned.
Yeah, it'll say aligned, but it might not be fully aligned as yet.
Okay, reset at the FMC.
Slow down.
Yeah, it wasn't aligned.
Entered position, you see?
Yeah, but it
I
wasn't
entered
aligned.
position, you see?
Okay,
Nothing
carry
happens. Nothing happens.
Okay, carry on as normal and we can watch you.
Executed.
on. Okay, you want your departure runway?
Actual 4.
Yeah, unclick it and reinstall it, the runway in your departure.
Is that RIPA? The approach, is that RIPA 3L?
Yep, that's right, Owen.
Right, guys, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. I see we don't have any questions. I was up
01 right.
since I was up since 3 a.m. this morning, so I felt a bit faint. I just had to get something quick. I've got another 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to start my APU, guys.
Nico.
Yeah.
I resetted the FMC for the second time. Look at my stream.
Are you on 14?
I'm on. No, look at my stream, please.
I'm looking.
So I resetted the FMC for the second time. I showed the guys, and the IRS are aligned. Are aligned.
According to your stream, they're not yet aligned, but yeah.
No, they aren't. They are not.
Yeah.
But they are.
Just switch it off and switch it back on again.
Yeah, switch it off and back on again. Is your parking brake set?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, now switch them on again. And it says 1 minute. Okay. Go to your FMC for me. Okay, click on the INET reference page and then go to ident. Click index there in the screen, just the last button on the left in the screen. Index, go to ident and then pause init. Okay, just add your location. Yeah, the coordinates. Alright, okay, then continue back to your route. It's gonna take a minute, so. You can go to your departure and your route and whatever, you can continue with that.
It's all in.
Okay. So if you step through,
Yeah.
perfect. And
There you
there it's
go.
aligned. There it's aligned as well.
That's the first time I had that. Okay. Check.
Okay.
Nice.
No worries.
Ruben, it sometimes happens to me if I'm too quick to set the IRS and I haven't.
So I'm ready for pushback. Are we going on IVEO?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm taxiing, guys.
Can't get contact with IVEO.
There is no ATC. You need to use that automatic Unicom and start broadcasting. Or are you talking
Yeah.
about connection?
I can't connect.
Ah, that's weird. I'm connected. I think everybody here is connected.
Yeah, I'm connected.
What did I want to do now? Oh,
I had
man.
that before once. Is it still
Lining up and ready to go.
version 1.10.0B?
Yes.
Okay.
Rolling.
Okay, John.
So connected and bypass pin inserted.
I think that's David in front of me.
Yeah, I'm about halfway down.
Okay,
So we about 3 minute separation, you say?
3
Is that
minutes.
about right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just waiting for the last 2 minutes, gents, then I'm on my way. I'll push back and start up. There goes Ryanair 242. I know that guy. I know him.
Flight attendants, prepare for departure, cross check and all call, thank you.
He's on the coffee and pie run.
Mm.
Do we need to start the updater every time or not? In IVEO?
No. No, that are you talking about the CSL updater?
Yeah, I'm at the CSL
Yeah,
update.
no, that CSL thing, you run it once a month or every 2 months.
I did it last week. I did it 2 days ago.
Yeah, no, then you skip it. Even if the CSL's updated, it's not gonna prevent you from flying.
No,
So
okay.
you just do that if and when.
It doesn't connect.
Your damper. Alright, so pushing back.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Engine start procedure.
Engine start procedure. Waiting for the command to start sequence.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine. N2.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
I'm rolling.
Enjoy.
Okay then.
N2. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure completed.
Reinstalled it, but no lock, Nico. I'm gonna have to sort this out first.
Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
I reinstalled
On.
IVEO, but it doesn't work.
Probe heat.
I need to check it out first.
Aye.
Flaps 5 set. On. Anti-ice. Wing anti-ice off. Engine anti-ice off. Isolation valve.
Restart my system. I'll be back.
Auto.
Okay.
Engine start switches. Continuous. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. Rejected takeoff. Engine start levers. Flight control. Flight controls is not checked. Before taxi checklist is not completed.
Disconnecting tow, stand by. Tow is disconnected. A bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Good morning, Bruno. Welcome.
Taxi lights on.
Tell you guys, I haven't used runway 04 in a long time. It's amazing that it's active today.
Yeah, not very often that it is active, eh?
Yeah. Aha, Bruno, yeah, it will be. It will be. If you installed it correctly, you're going to be amazed. You're going to really enjoy it. I struggle to fly without autos, man.
What autos did you use for South Africa?
ArcGIS. If you use Bing, you get a lot of clouds. If you use Google, they cut you off. ArcGIS is also not that easy to deal with. You need a VPN to talk with them, otherwise they blacklist your IP quick.
Yeah, I think from here I'm pretty sure I used Google, and I seem to get it all.
Yeah, no, then you're lucky.
Although I did keep it down to, I think I made it them all, unless it was around the airport, I made them all 15. But it seemed to come out quite good that way.
Yeah, if you follow my new settings, underneath that video, Bruno, I don't know if you saw that, there's a pinned comment that I pinned. It takes you to my new settings. That's not part of that video. If you use that, I use 16 zoom level all over, and then within 10 nautical miles around the airports I use 17. That's good enough, and I tell you what, you get much more coverage for the hard drive space that you use, and you can see the difference. Not as you're flying a Zibo. Maybe if you're going to fly low and slow in a little Cessna, you'll see a difference. But in all honesty, the way it runs now, with the Zibo, you'll never know the difference. Yeah, I started at 17 like that video showed you, but if you go look at the settings that I've posted there in that comment, I've made a lot of changes. It changes literally so much. The authors that you see and you're going to see today is still old authors. As a matter of interest, let's just quickly stop here. Look at the grass. There's no texture. It's literally just almost like a mirror. It's a flat image. Now if you go and use my new settings, this will actually be textured. It will take away and change your waters and also your edges when it comes to the water bodies. It does a lot of things, and what it also does is it basically gives you a more usable surface on the runways. Some airports have got the most horrific humps and bumps and you know, indents in them, and the new settings also smooths it out. It still gives you your runway follow terrain contour, but it's much more smoother, much more realistic, you know, because I mean, there are places it looks like or it feels like you're driving on corrugated iron sheets as you go down that runway because of what the authors, you know, do to it and the follow terrain contour. So those are all the things that I fixed up in the new settings, and I should really still make a new video. I just don't have the time. I'm struggling to find the time. So that's why I put the comment in there. Just follow that link, guys, and you'll see the new settings are spectacularly different. Must be. It's got a link. It will take you to my OneDrive. So, Bruno, if you follow it and it opens the OneDrive, you'll see a settings picture. Click on it and just read the settings in it. That should be the one. I didn't put another pin comment on that video. It must be the right one. Before takeoff procedure.
Before
Excellent.
takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure completed.
Just want to do a weather reload quickly. Right, I'm on my way, guys.
Stabilized.
Approaching 04. On runway 04.
Takeoff thrust set. Knots. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. Runway turn off, lights off.
Coffee time, Uncle John.
Say again, sir.
Coffee time.
Excellent. And Siggy.
Iggy.
Flaps 1 set. Flaps upset.
Hello, aviator. Good morning.
1000 to level off.
This is all orthos, Bruno. This is the ortho I made according to that first video. And like I said in the new settings, I'll leave it like this. This is all my orthos. The new settings makes it look even better. Strangely enough, when you fly over the landmass like this, it will look similarly, but where you get the water and the textures and things, when you get closer, you'll see the difference. It's much different. Good morning, Paul.
So is this one of those step climb type departures with restrictions in several places?
To level off.
Yeah, it does step climb. About 2 or 3 steps out.
Sorry, Paul, I didn't realize I was muted. I was speaking myself silly and you didn't hear me. Yes, it is, and you're right, and thanks, David. Also, Alba Pino, if you've got the budget, buy the Orbex stuff. If you don't have the budget, make orthos. The Orbex stuff is really a bit better, I must be honest. But orthos is a good alternative. Paul, I'm literally eating some crackers. Alba Pino, I don't have cheese and wine, but I've got the crackers at least. Just to get some breakfast in me. So, sorry, I have to mute my mic, and that's when I forget to unmute it, and then you guys don't hear me, sorry.
No worries.
Vulkan, yeah, just get the latest driver, the latest NVIDIA driver. I'm running a 2070 RTX here, Super, and it works perfect. Yeah, the Orbex stuff, guys, is really, really good, but you need the budget for it. You know, not all of us have the budget, so we do what we can. I mean, at least this is better than default X-Plane. Not that it's bad, but this is really much better. It's just a different ballgame. Yes, Howie. Welcome back. Yeah, especially, Bruno, if you consider that Orbex doesn't make their true Earth scenery for the whole world. It's very selected little areas. You know, for the rest, you're going to have to either download from somebody who has already made orthos or make your own. And part of the fun of having orthos is making them, you know, so it's a new skill you can learn, you know, put another star on your forehead, you know, you go, you accomplish something. Aviator, every flight we do is actually a group flight, but if you want to be more formal, yeah, we've got, if you look at my roster on Discord, you'll see there's one, let me grab it here quickly. We've got one scheduled on my roster. I don't know who's going to fly with me, but I've got one from Lanseria to Port Elizabeth in South Africa, which will also be an IVAO flight. So if you want to join us on IVAO later on 1600 Zulu, you're welcome.
Transition altitude.
Sounds good, Christer.
What cost centre is everybody using?
6.
Cost index. I still think I'm at work.
6.
Thank you.
Bruno, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I've not spoken to Zibo in a few days. Both of us were very busy. He'll probably come around this afternoon or evening, maybe with something new. But also not sure if that's going to be released or not. Oh, this coffee was extremely strong. Hopefully it keeps me awake.
Just busy drinking mine. Lovely.
Yeah.
Looks good on web eye.
Haven't even looked. My Facebook has just died. I don't know, Kevin, if this is now a South African internet problem or what, but there's just no internet no Facebook. Weird.
I'll check it on my phone because I've only got it on my phone. I don't have it on the computer. I'll just check again, Nico.
Yeah, I must actually do the same. Maybe it's just my connection.
You busy, Nico?
No, you can chat.
Do you remember that altitude disagreement I had?
Yeah.
I've just changed it over to the flight officer because he was 250 feet above me, even though I'd used the settings you told me. So I put it onto the first officer, adjusted the altitude again, pushed VNAV, it's now recycled equally, and the altitude disagree has disappeared.
Oi, okay.
In other words, I needed to lock onto the first officer, not the captain.
Yeah, mine is set to the captain, so I'm not sure what that's about, Uncle John. But thank you for the feedback. I mean, as long as it works.
Yeah, I'm running perfect now.
Awesome.
Nico, Facebook itself seems to be working on my phone okay.
Yeah, the web.
Yeah, on my computer here where I'm broadcasting from, it's dead. Christer, you two are the only people that I know that have the problem. I don't think it's procedural. I think what you guys need to do is just delete your whole Zibo folder and start from scratch. Do a fresh install. I don't know, because if it was a Zibo code issue, everybody would have it. And if it's a procedural error, you would have picked up on it earlier. So I'm not sure what causes it, to be honest. Another question, because you guys now have Linda in the cockpit, did you guys go and set the first officer to be off within the Zibo tablet? I mean, if you go here, where is this now? Your FO callouts needs to be on no. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Make sure that your first officer is off, that it's not interfering. Yeah, go check that first officer setting in the tablet, Christer. Okay. Yeah, no, then I don't know. It's only you two. You're the only two guys I know of that's got the problem. Hello, Day Day. Welcome to the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to the left, you will see the sea. And if you look to the right, you will see the sea again.
So it must be C double plus.
Yeah,
That's strange. I've got a lot of that.
yeah.
I see.
And then, for those of you who are familiar with the area, I think it is the sea. Ah, goodness. Lots of water.
I hope you're all on TCAS.
Yeah, if your TARA is not on, you won't see each other, so you need to make sure it's on. Good morning, Dream Virtual Flight.
I've just had traffic go past.
Well, Albapino, the ski rain effect won't work in Vulkan, so you can wait until, oh, you have to wait until Mr. Skisselkoff fixes it. And the issue with the first officer for Uncle John and for Krister is they've got a disagreement in their barometer readings. And that's about it. That's what the problem is. We just have to find out why they are so special, because I don't know if anybody else that's got that. I don't know it.
Well, mine's rectified now by putting it to the first officer.
Okay. As long as you're happy.
Good morning, David.
Dada, you're too soft. I just heard you there faint in the background.
Oh, I told everyone. I don't know why that happens, because here my mind is always up.
Okay.
Up, but I don't know. I don't understand why. Hey, if you see, Uncle John don't have coffee.
Dream Virtual Flight and Albapino, the Skisselkoff rain effect works well in OpenGL. It doesn't work in Vulkan. So even in X-Plane 11.50, if you just switch to OpenGL, it will work again. I have the ski rain effect in the beta version of the TPM that's made by the same person who makes the rain effect, okay? So he said that once Vulkan becomes a full release package, he'll attend to it and then he'll take it further. So just hang in there, it'll come.
Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Reggie.
Good morning, Dede.
Like Uncle John say, we go practice.
Practice, practice.
Dream Virtual Flight, it's not really a problem anymore. Try 1150, but use OpenGL then, because it's not much of a difference between 41. But the whole point of 50 is to use Vulkan, which I'm using here now, and I don't have any issue with it.
PM Nico.
To level off.
1,000 to go.
Okay, well, Uncle John, we'll see now. I'm almost at my cruise level. We'll see what happens on mine.
I've had it for a couple of days, and I meant to mention it to you. I am streaming if you want to have a look at it. Look on my left-hand window and you'll see it.
Uncle John, zoom in on your primary flight display. I don't see it there. That could be your XP realistic just weaving you around, eh?
I see it on the primary display.
No, I can see the primary display is moving, but that needle is almost rock solid.
I just thought you needed to know.
Yeah. But I'm worried about your barometer story because you're on the wrong flight level anyway. Show me the primary flight display on the other side. Because Linda's there. Your altitude is incorrect there. There's something else happening on your system that we're gonna have to attend to. There's something happening here, which I'll have to troubleshoot because I don't know. You're not supposed to have a disagreement between where the magenta marker is and where the altitude is.
I agree.
Yeah, so we'll have to troubleshoot that.
It's about 60 feet out. Correction, they're both reading exactly the same.
Yeah, but the magenta marker and your altitude are not at the same level. Definitely wrong. There's something definitely wrong and I'm not sure what. But I'll have to log into your system and troubleshoot it because I can't guess.
Okay, sir.
I see. Make it once.
Dream virtual flight, if it's a Zibo issue, it will be looked at. If it's not a Zibo issue, it won't be looked at. This could be weather related. It could be a plug-in, it could be a couple of things. What do you call that plugin that's running there on your tablet, Uncle John?
Which plugin are we talking about?
The one that showed your route and everything that you showed on your screen just now? Show me your EFB. Show me the Zibo tablet. Yeah, what do you call that thing? What's that?
Routes.
Routes. Oh, okay.
Well, it's useful because it shows up my route, distance and everything.
Hey, just to let you know, I've made a slight course deviation just to get off the track, because I just couldn't slow down enough to keep from going up the date of Uncle John.
No worries.
So I'm not too sure what's happening there, but I couldn't reduce the speed far enough to make a difference for some reason.
You've probably got your cost index that much higher than ours there, Dave.
You know, it's set it at 6.
Oh, right.
At the moment, it's saying Mark 77.77.
I'm on 0.76.
I'm on 0.75.
I'm trying to use
What,
this route wizard, sorry, and it tells me EGSS is not found. Never heard of that.
I ignored that, Nico, and just went for the arrival.
Okay. Sorry, David.
What's ground speed for you guys? I'm 476.
Ground speed 441.
And I'm 434. With a 6-knot crosswind slightly from behind.
Yeah, okay, because I see a 442 for my true airspeed, but the ground speed's higher. Because I've got mine's saying a 35 knot, almost on the tail.
That's why you're faster. You've got a super tailwind.
Exactly.
So is that an XP active sky?
Yeah. Are you using Active Sky, David?
Yeah. Should I be or not?
Yeah, we're all using it.
Just check in WX control to make sure you're on live weather.
Yeah. And in the sim, you need to be using the custom weather meter file. I don't know if you did that. And your weather inside of X-Plane, the actual X-Plane weather engine must be off.
Assume 6-1 Romeo Charlie is slowing down.
Guys, I come soon. I go make something because today is my free day about my job, and I come soon.
It's alright, we'll talk to you later.
But I watch your live on
Good.
YouTube, Nico.
Good day. Uncle John,
Yes, good sir.
what is flashing there on your screen in the Linda menu? What did you forget to tell her, or what did she ask you, or what's that flashing?
I'm still working my way through her.
Okay.
In a nice way, in a nice way.
Okay. Remember, you can click your button to the right and it will take it away, eh? That will take that thing away.
Yes.
There you go. Well, we are jolly in the middle of nowhere, right in the sea, eh?
"93 miles from top of descent."
Ooh, I've got 208. You guys beat me a bit this morning.
Ah, it's a beautiful flight, this.
Another one of those square boxes, John, in the sea.
I missed that, Kev. Say that again.
I said I've got another one of those square boxes in the sea.
You lucky boy.
I'm keeping it secret, otherwise everyone will want one.
Yeah, I got loads of traffic in the opposite way. I'm being warned of.
Yeah, a guy just 1,000 feet below, I think he is.
Just have to hope nobody's up here at 37.
He's well off to your left-hand side now.
Ahoy, Lando.
Did you just have some traffic pass right over the top or below you, Kevin?
Yeah, it'll be passing underneath you very shortly. He's 1,000 feet below you. No, he's not. He's 1,000 feet above you.
Gents, as long as you're flying on an odd flight level and he's flying on an even flight level, you should be fine.
Yeah, he's on 36,000.
Now see, he comes there from the top north of Norway. Bjorn says we must look out for oil platforms. That's interesting, Bjorn. Thanks for that. That's one thing I like about the flight simulator. You fly in different areas and you learn different places, you know, and things about the places, and really it's nice. There's my traffic. I've got the traffic now, gents.
Well, from here on in, doesn't look as if there's any other traffic.
Yeah, or ATC for that matter.
Must have dropped. He's 2,300 below you now, eh?
I see, I see.
Orthos are looking good, Nico.
Awesome. I don't think I've got any
I know the transition is 7,000 up here.
Yep. Did you put it in your FMC?
No, I need to. Yes, I have.
And the QNH.
$1026.
Yeah, you need to put it in. Hello, Cor. Welcome, welcome. Oh my soul. No, thank you, Bjorn. I'll stay in the aircraft. I won't use my passport today. I'll just wait here for the guys to come back. I'll sleep here tonight. Tomorrow morning when we go back, I'll still be here. Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
Bjorn says there's mandatory COVID testing at the airport. They're going to stick a Q-tip in your nose. So it's your choice whether you want to stay on the aircraft and sleep here with us or actually disembark to go look around.
Negative, I'll stay on. Okay.
Yeah, I think so too. Ryanair 157. Awesome. That's cool, Cor. Okay, well, my top of descent's on its way. Kevin?
Yes, Nico?
That's not the bogey that came from the front. Do you know who that bogey is? I can tell you, but I mean, it's not the guy that came from the front because it's still there. So I looked it up. I see this is Reggie.
Reggie?
Yeah, he's there in front of me. That's him.
Oh,
That
right,
bogey.
yes.
Yeah. I thought it was the guy coming from the front, and I've just realized it's not. So I looked it up quick on WebEye. See, that's Reggie.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that would figure because he's at 35,000. And he'll not start descending until after you, I would think, or thereabouts.
.28 knot crosswind fighting it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm the same. And I'm down at 22,000 now.
Thank you, Krister. There we go. There is the nose dip.
You taking a shortcut, John?
Yes, I'm doing a direct. I cut that little loop out.
You little cheater.
Negative, sir. Using my 18 pence.
Now that'll give us some separation, so that'll be good.
It will. It'll work out perfect with you, David.
All in the planning.
Dank je, Oos. Ja. Yeah, Bjorn, I think the only reason they exist is just in high traffic volume instances. They can use it to separate traffic better, but yeah, no, true, you don't have to use them. I don't have orthos. Uncle John, I don't have orthos here. I'll have to make.
The scenery doesn't look that bad though, Nico.
No, it's not. It's okay.
Runway vacated.
Thank you. Uncle John, you forgot your one wheel. I see there's a wheel on the runway. What did you do?
Go away, sir.
That was a good landing, sir. Good landing.
Turning into the loop.
Yeah, I've got you here in front of me. Reggie, if we're too close, I'll just fly manually. Then what I'll do is I'll take 01 left, because I presume you're going to 01 right?
No, taking 01 left.
Are you going left? Okay, then I'll go to right as the plan was. Okay, so then we are not a factor for each other.
No, that's worked out well.
Yeah, yeah. Beyond ILS, I just went for the easy one today.
ILS, yeah, well, it was the active runway, I think, when I looked. That's the reason I chose it, I suppose.
Well, we all went for 01 right because Uncle John said so.
Approach rating excellent. Landing great.
Hey Abhishek, good afternoon. Abhishek, I can't right now. We have a lot of plans and things. When we are free again and we can choose our own locations and we're not bound by all the agreements we have right now, we'll go fly in India again. Then we'll come support you that side. Bjorn, it does. We do EGNOS, WAS, GLS, Zibo supports everything. If you look on my channel, just scroll down from the landing page, you'll see the EGNOS, WAS, GLS, EN, everything. All the approaches, I've done videos on them already. Oh, that's not good. David, sorry to hear that.
Mine's also just crashed out turning on the finals.
Ach no, man.
Oh, that's awful.
David's also died. David and Kevin, both of you. I hope you find the problems. Well, Reggie, it's up to you and me to raise the flag now.
So you should have had Sim Toolkit Pro, Kevin. Would have been all right then. Really disappointing.
Bjorn, as long as you have the MMR enabled, this thing, as long as you have the MMR, all you need to do is go to the GLS mode and you enter the code in there, activate it, and that's it. Follow it. Enjoy it. It works very well. Bruno, EGSS is basically non-terrestrial based navigation. Yeah, so you're going to make basic use of GPS data via your FMC. So your FMC creates the glide path instead of an ILS creating, you know, a signal for the glide slope. And you basically fly everything off the FMC. Via your GPS RNAV data, and what happens is you will see on the charts, once we've landed, I'll show you an example. On the chart it will give you a code, and effectively if you enter the code and fly on the code, you get what they call an LPV approach. So it's like Cat 1 ILS basically, but all based off FMC and your nav data from the GPS.
Flaps 1 set.
Need to lift that flap. That's a problem. Wow, that descent caught me.
Flaps upset.
Yeah, Bruno, it's all in here. That descent was a bit quick.
Approaching transition. Approaching transition.
How many am I expecting to come in, Nico?
It's just me and Reggie still.
Yeah, but isn't Reggie on the left?
Yeah, but still, I mean, he's right in front of me. He's like six miles in front of me, 6 knots, 6 nauticals.
Roger, sir. Thank you.
Beyond correct. Yeah, EGSS is the European version, WAS is the American version, and then you've got the GLS one as well. GLS theoretically allows you to fly an instrument approach at an angle. So you, unlike your normal approaches where you come into the feather from the front, you know, direct head on, with GLS you can theoretically take a corner which is something that would have helped quite a bit if you go back to the old Kai Tak days, you know, but it wasn't available then.
$1,000 to level off.
I see Kevin's gone even. I know he crashed.
Flaps 1 set.
Kevin said his simulator crashed.
Well, I thought that's what he said a few minutes ago. He packed up on him.
Ah.
I thought there was 2 that's gone down.
Yeah, David was the other one. David is just below you here in the channel. His system went and Kevin's went.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Bruno for sure, definitely. Definitely.
$1,000 to level off. Flaps 5 set.
Thank you, Bjorn. Yeah, you're welcome anytime. Guys, for those of you that haven't joined us on Discord yet, the link is below the video. Just click on show more in the description. There's a link. You guys are welcome to join us. Yeah, Bruno, I mean, not everybody simulates to the level that we do, but for us it's imperative. We can't go without it. So I can only recommend it to you. It's very much worthwhile. You'll enjoy it. But that's ultimately your decision there.
Somebody's going to line up on left. 01 left.
That is Reggie.
Negative, going to line up to take off.
Oh, but Reggie's on his way to land there anyway. Thank you, Anthony.
Localizer capture.
Bruno, it's like 12 euro a month or like 70 euro a year, something like that, plus minus.
1,000 to go.
Glide slope capture.
Right, I have the runway in sight, so let's hope I can actually land this thing now. Whew, I had a hard landing this morning when I landed in Houston. Oh my soul. That was the red-eye flight I did, but man, I put it down at 380 foot per minute. It was hard. I didn't think it was going to be that hard, but gee, it was a bit hard.
You've got a bit of low cloud as well, Nico.
Okay. Yeah, Navigraph, correct, Bruno.
Flaps 30 set.
Thanks, Bjorn. That's also helpful. Right, got to match all of that. What's my go around altitude? 4,000. So that is set. Auntie Linda, did you do your job or half of it? But anyway, not a problem.
How far out are you, Nico?
Anthony, as jy gepraat het, jy's baie sag, kan jy nie hoor nie.
How far out are you?
Ja, beter.
Nice landing, Reggie.
Thank you, John.
Now I don't want to land anymore.
Reggie had it clear, you've got it quite cloudy.
From how I can see it, it's also quite clear for me. It's a bit hazy. Oh, there's the clouds. What a surprise. Thank you, Uncle John.
I thought I'd warn you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Oh, I'm disappointed. Why didn't I get them?
Next time, Reggie, next time.
I don't think I'm going to even see you land, Nico.
Yeah, we'll see now, Uncle John. The wind does not indicate below 6 knots. I think you need 7 and higher for it to actually show, Bjorn.
Traffic, clear of
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch.
Taxi lights on.
Turkish, 1752.
Approaching 01.
Come on, wind, clear off quickly.
I'm okay, Uncle John, I can see.
And I see you as well now, 810. Well, sort of.
approaching minimums 300, 200, minimums 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Here he comes.
Speed brake up. Reverse unlocked.
Nice landing again.
Throttle brake and
Yeah, it was too soft again. After this morning, I just held a bit too much now, but anyway, it happens.
Feet remaining.
And there you are in front of me.
Awesome. After landing procedure. Thank you guys, that was actually very
after
nice.
landing procedure.
Thank you, Bjorn. Yeah, that was actually really lekker. No, that was nice.
After landing procedure completed.
Ryanair 810, clear to taxi.
Thank you, sir. Howie, thank you, man. Thank you.
Flaps upset.
Flaps upset. Wow, look at this, you see. This is now typical what the new settings in the auto should take care of. I mean, I doubt this is what it looks like in the real world. This is just too sharp, all these ups and downs. Reggie?
Yes, Nico?
Are you taking my parking now?
Ryan 810.
Yeah, I'll move. If it's a screenshot,
Gate
yeah,
21
I'll go
for
round.
inspection.
I'll go and take another one. Thank you, Bruno.
I've moved.
No, it's too late now. Take